assessment to be completed. The first step of this is to conduct a biodiversity baseline study in each proposed mining location. EPA has contracted consultants at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology to carry out the first biodiversity baseline study for Etiwa Forest. Baseline studies will also be carried out in Nyinahin and its environs before any bauxite mining licenses are granted.
The environment is constantly changing, and then there are some environments that we need to protect because there are some living organisms that are of particular interest to man.
The Environmental Protection Agency was established by Act of Parliament. The agency, as prescribed by the Act, has about 19 functions, out of which is the agency advising the minister responsible for environment on policies and recommendations that protect the environment. The agency, among others, is also required to issue environmental permits to undertakings which includes mining, manufacturing, and also prescribing pollution abatements procedures. Anybody, any individual, company, or entity that has what it takes to establish anything. For example, if it is mining, to establish any mine, the company or that individual has to go through the environmental impact assessment process.
Before we can decide on how we are going to protect these species, we will need to know what biodiversity is there, where can they be found.
Ujamayem, Mayen kosodada Nayeni wadansi Sheria sile nefra Mayen sowe jumein Mayen kosodada Nayeni wadansi Wotumi yambaba Erate
Me by dear Ben, Miss Ewo, me Australian, I fear cropon as you couldn't. Now, Mark to send your bone repro ye jedding or continue. Into what giant pine ye, my ba, Sam Meshania Metino. Me too chrome hop pet, or fear edicanga me do humuno, mete. Now me con who is say, or penning pamio ni my dear your in Nikente, ja. Kwame oni madia yo ni kente dinga minyame boy pe na dwom no de ne ho abehye mano ni mobo ne fipanfo nyina nyang bai betina me danga me demu anu no retie me dwom no na mo a mo ni manajodwom ne de e call won so ara ye ma mi je amabo no sang won bi na saminya mi fra dwom na wonyine jeso
colleague ministers of state, Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, GIADEC. Mr. President, I know this corporation, which you conceived and established in the year 2018, is very dear to your heart. Without a doubt, we cannot bring the much-needed development our people deserve without industrialization. And certainly, we cannot industrialize without developing an integrated aluminum industry. The industry, for example, contributes some $174 billion to the United States economy, accounting for some 1% of their GDP, although they mine very little bauxite. Needless to point out that the establishment of automobile assembly plants by Volkswagen, Toyota, Nissan, Sinotruk, and other manufacturers that rely on aluminum for their production makes this integrated industry even more imperative. After nearly 2.5 years of its existence, GIADEC has worked towards realizing the noble and outstanding vision of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nyinahin-Mpasaaso Akufo-Addo, by making the integrated aluminum industry a reality. And today, happily, we are launching the 4-project agenda. This will encompass 4 main schemes which are expected to lay the foundation for the development of the very consequential integrated aluminum industry. The projects are: Project 1, expansion of the existing Awaso mine and the establishment of a refinery. Project 2, development of a new mine at Nyinahin-Mpasaaso together with a refinery solution. Project 3, development of 2 new mines at Chebi and Nyinahin together with a refinery. Project 4, modernization and expansion of the Volta Aluminium Company Limited to process alumina from the refineries. Already, GIADEC has secured a strategic partner, a wholly owned Ghanaian company, selected through competitive bidding process, participated in by 39 companies to partner it to execute Project 2. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to express my heartfelt gratitude to the members of the First Board of the Corporation, the Chief Executive Officer and other staff of the Corporation, the Minerals Commission, the Forestry Commission, Ministry of Railway Development, Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, and the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources for their work thus far, for how far we've come. The real work begins today, and I hope we can continue to count on your cooperation on this important national assignment. Ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, we have begun far-reaching steps to ensure the effective and responsible exploitation and preservation of the natural resources of our country. We are tackling illegal mining head-on, whilst putting in place measures to make Ghana the mining hub of Africa. A national alternative employment and livelihood program for illegal miners is to be launched in due course. We have started an aggressive afforestation program to restore our lost forest cover whilst protecting existing ones. And we are also in the process of rolling out a digitization scheme to facilitate an effective, transparent, responsive, and orderly land administration, which is steeped in integrity. This evening, we have begun laying the building blocks of an integrated aluminum industry, a sine qua non for industrialization, and the platform upon which we shall unleash the much-needed prosperity for the mass of our people. Distinguished guests, pursuant to the teachings of Chapter 21 of our National Constitution and the vision of the President of the Republic, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources commit to the honest management of the natural resources of our country, which our forebears determined to be, and I quote, the property of the Republic of Ghana, vested in the President on behalf of and in trust for the people of Ghana, end quote. I wish to submit forcefully that the discharge of this fiduciary duty calls for a transparent, credible, and candid stewardship which promotes the public interest and which, thankfully, is exactly what is being done today. Once again, I welcome you to today's groundbreaking event. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring onto the stage the official host of this evening's program, the CEO of GEADEC, and he's here to give us an overview of the 4 projects and, of course, tell us a little bit about GEADEC's journey. Please allow me to welcome Mr. Michael Ansah.
His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Honorable Ministers, Members of Parliament, Nananom, Chairman and members of the Board of GEADEC, and management and staff of GEADEC, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks an important milestone in the nascent evolution of GEADEC. The vision to build an integrated aluminium industry in Ghana is one that dates back well into the 60s and beyond. As a nation, we have walked a journey that has traversed many paths, seeking to achieve the seemingly improbable dream of an integrated aluminium industry. We have learned the lessons from the past, and informed by these lessons, we have chosen to do things differently. We now have a defined focus, one that uniquely brings together all government-owned assets in the bauxite to aluminium space under one entity, GEADEC, to drive a coherent approach. Today, with new resolve and a clearly articulated vision, we are, more than at any time in our history, poised to realize this dream. If anyone ever doubted the resolve of this government, if anyone doubted the realization of the vision of His Excellency the President to build a thriving integrated aluminium industry in Ghana, let him look no further than what is being unveiled to you today. The 4 projects that the Honorable Minister spoke about together define the full scope of Ghana's integrated aluminium industry that will shortly be launched. The projects ensure the full utilization of the bauxite reserves that we have across 3 key locations: in Awaso in the Western North region, in Nyinahin-Mpasaaso in the Ashanti region, and in Chebi in the Eastern region. These projects uniquely underline our overriding goal of value addition, which is at the core of what GEADEC is all about. We commenced operations in 2019, and government through GEADEC has begun the implementation of this project, as you've heard, a key component of the industrial transformation agenda. In line with our objective to promote private sector-led growth, our strategy is to partner with private sector to attract significant investment into this critical area of our economy. GEADEC launched a 3-round investor engagement process from March 2019 to select our partners. The competitive and transparent process, which was advertised broadly, was rigorous and thorough. As you've heard, it attracted well over 30 companies, 39 to be precise. And we even held investor engagement meetings here in Accra. And at that point, this was effectively the capital of bauxite mining globally. They all came here to look at what we're doing, to be part of what we're doing today. This process has culminated in the selection of strategic partners, and we shall shortly witness the signing ceremony to unveil our first partner. GEADEC's journey to date has involved pivoting our development agenda first around the communities in which we will mine. we've driven an integrated approach to develop a master plan and established working groups focused on key areas that are critical to our success. Our transport working group is developing and collaborating with our stakeholders to develop infrastructure critical to what we need to do, railways being key, and port infrastructure to aid efficient transportation of bauxite and other bulk materials. Our power working group have engaged with providers to ensure adequacy of consistent and competitively priced power. We have established an environment working group to sharpen our adherence to global environmental standards. Biodiversity studies shall inform utilization of responsible mining methods, leveraging technology and implementing best practice. We are collaborating with the Ministry of Trade and industry players to set up a trade working group to support policies and plans that will promote the growth of a dynamic downstream industry. In tandem, we have engaged with our communities to build a partnership of trust, and this is vital in mining business. We have established an active presence in each community through 19 member committees with membership drawn from all sections of the community, including traditional leaders, representative groups, civil society organizations, and I'm proud to note that today these communities are represented here on this occasion. Our two-pronged implementation strategy involves investing to revamp and expand our existing businesses. That's the mine at Awaso and the smelter at Tema, which we own 100% of, to ensure that these are aligned with our development agenda. Secondly, to attract investments to develop new mines in Chebi, in Nyinahin, and to build refineries to ensure that bauxite that is mined in Ghana is also refined in Ghana to produce alumina, which we'll use in our smelters to produce primary aluminium for use in our local markets and also for export. Our plan has resulted in 4 projects, which the minister mentioned, and these are being developed concurrently. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a multi-year industrial development and transformation program. The 4 projects together will require private sector-led investments up to $6 billion, making this one of the most ambitious, indeed audacious, industrial development programs since our independence. The timelines for establishing the mines and refineries will be in accordance with proposals that we received from our prospective partners. But in respect of Project 2, for which we have selected a partner to be announced today, it is anticipated that mining operations after preliminary works and studies will commence within 24 months. Development of a refinery solution will commence in tandem, and construction activities timeline will be estimated at about 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, global trends indicate a growing demand for aluminium and its related products. Our mission in Giadec is timely, and our vision to be the leading integrated aluminium company in Africa defines our intent and underscores our bold aspirations. There are challenges ahead. Yes, environmental concerns, transportation bottlenecks, the high energy intensive process of aluminium production, and the need for us to develop clean alternatives in terms of energy solutions. Yes, we shall confront these with urgency. Giadec, Mr. President, has come a long way. We've come a long way in establishing our foundations for growth. What remains is for us to build on these foundations. This, again, is a national agenda, an investment in our collective future that requires collaboration from all. Together, we can and we shall make history. Today, Mr. President, as you launch these 4 projects, I want to take this opportunity to personally thank the Asantehene, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the Ochehene, Osajefo Nana Amwetia Oforipenyin, Ojiahoho Nana Yao JB II, who's also the President of the National House of Chiefs, and all the chiefs and people of our mining communities for their continued support and partnership. I also want to recognize our excellent team, Team Gyadek, the management and staff of this company, and to join the minister in recognizing the ministries, the agencies of state that have joined us in partnership to develop where we are today. We are deeply grateful to our board, under the leadership of Dr. Tony Otinjesi, for their direction, dedication to this endeavor. Finally, we all are encouraged by the significant personal support and sponsorship of the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, whose singular vision has steered us on and provided the North Star that is guiding us in our chosen direction. On behalf of Gyadek, I thank you for taking time to be with us today to officially launch our Integrated Aluminium Industry Projects and to witness the signing ceremony of our first strategic investor. Thank you very much.
Bauxite has been mined in Ghana since the 1940s. As a nation, we have always wanted to develop an integrated aluminium industry. There is one operational bauxite mine at the Valco smelter, but the missing link to a full vertical integration is a refinery. Currently, Ghana Bauxite Company GBC produces approximately 1 million tons of bauxite per annum, and the Valco smelter at Tema produces 40,000 out of its 200,000 tons installed capacity of aluminium each year. With President Akufo-Addo's vision of a Ghana beyond aid, leading to the birth of the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, GIADEC, the vision of an integrated aluminium industry is no longer a dream, but a reality. Led by its CEO, Michael Ansa, GIADEC is currently implementing 4 key projects. Project 1 is the expansion of the existing mine at Awaso to increase production from 1 million tons to 5 million tons per annum and building a refinery. Project 2 is the development of a mine at Nyinahin-Mpasaaso with a production capacity of 5 million tons per annum and a refinery solution. Project 3 is the development of a mine at Chebi, a second mine at Nyinahin-Mpasaaso, each with a production capacity of up to 5 million tons per annum and building a refinery. Project 4 is the modernization and expansion of the Valco smelter to improve efficiency and increase capacity. These 4 projects will be executed in partnership with key strategic investors and will require a $6 billion investment. GIADEC is at various stages of execution with all 4 projects and has finalized and selected a partner for Project 2, leading to today's signing ceremony and outdooring of a partner to begin the implementation of Project 2, which is the development of a mine at Nyinahin-Mpasaaso and a refinery solution.
Together for the man of the words, that's what I like to call him, Chief Momin.
God bless our homeland, Ghana. And could afford to dream lofty dreams and be excited about the future, like our president back in the good old days before he became our good old Adudi, when he was then way from Oxford into Lagos, when he was following hope and aspirations for his country. But of our resurrected visions. Today, we are dreaming again. We are rededicating ourselves to our founding ideals of a united, prosperous, and a developed country. We are dreaming of an industrialized Ghana from every district of this nation. A juice factory in Ekumfi, a yam and cassava factory in Krachi, ceramics in Shama, rice in Akontombra, and many, many more. We are dreaming again, and so today we gather at the threshold of unveiling yet another bold and great dream to create the truly Ghana Integrated Aluminium Industry, which serves as a vision of our president to be a backbone for our industrialization drive. Today we celebrate all the partners who have made this come true, but mostly we celebrate the fact that the partner that we are about to unveil is a fully owned Ghanaian business, because we believe that Ghanaians have what it takes, that we have what it takes in this country to lead our effort to develop this country and to lead our effort for Ghana beyond aid. But the true essence of today is not about the thousands of jobs that this initiative will create or the billions of dollars into the kitty. The true essence of today is that initiatives such as these, bold, ambitious, visionary, and far-reaching, if sustained over time, is what would eventually begin to reignite our hopes again, would reignite our invincible Ghanaian spirit, would begin to reduce the queues of young people looking for jobs, if only we can sustain the current Ghanaian momentum. And so, God bless the partnership. God bless His Excellency the President and other president that's come after him, that we would continue the momentum. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation truly great and strong. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to welcome to the stage a man who believes that industrialization is indeed at the heart of national development, and a man who believes that it is time for action. Please welcome our special guest of honor to this auspicious event. Welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Minister for Trade and Industry, and the Minister for Information, a Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, Chairperson, and members of the Board of Directors of the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, Chief Executive Officer, and management of the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission, Nananom traditional rulers, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. Today represents an important milestone for Mother Ghana, and indeed for the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, GIADEC, in our nation's quest to develop a viable integrated aluminum industry in Ghana. And I'm very happy to see the leaders and representatives from each of the bauxite mining communities, that is from Awaso, Nyinahin-Mpasaaso, and Chebi, as well as representatives of all public agencies who have collaborated with GIADEC in this endeavor, are here today to witness this event. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey to create an aluminum industry in Ghana began in 1948 through the establishment of the Volta Aluminum Company, VALCO, a joint venture initiative between Kaiser Aluminum and Alcoa, two well-known American conglomerates in the aluminum industry. Later, in order to guarantee reliable and competitive power supply for the aluminum smelter that was to be set up, Kaiser Aluminum made an investment, together with the government of our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, in 1961, which led to the building of the Akosombo Dam. It was agreed that Kaiser, subsequent to the construction of the dam, would exploit the country's bauxite resources to serve as feedstock for the smelter at VALCO. Unfortunately, this never happened. Even after the construction of the dam, Kaiser continued to depend on his Jamaican bauxite resources for the operation of the smelter. We have thus been unable to put ourselves in a position to develop fully the entire value chain of our bauxite resources, and have only mined and exported some of the bauxite in its raw, unprocessed form. That is why, upon my assumption of office in 2017, government, with the support of Parliament, worked hard to establish the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, a statutory corporation under a well-grounded board of directors with its purposeful chief executive officer and management, to spearhead the implementation of government's commitment to build an integrated aluminum industry. Since its formation, the leadership of the corporation has been working assiduously with transaction advisors and other stakeholders to ensure that the objective of achieving an integrated aluminum industry is executed in a timely manner. Today, I have the pleasure of launching the 4 projects that will anchor the development of the integrated aluminium industry. The projects will be developed concurrently, and they are Project 1, as you have heard, the expansion of the Awaso mine and establishment of a refinery. Project 2, the development of a mine at Nyinahin-Mpasaaso and establishment of a refinery. 3, the development of mines at Chebi and Nyinahin and establishment of a refinery. And Project 4, the modernization and expansion of the Valco plant. By this inauguration, my party, the New Patriotic Party, and I have kept faith with the people of Ghana, including the people of Awaso, Nyinahin-Mpasaaso, and Chebi, on our commitment to exploit the bauxite resources with which we are blessed for the full benefit of the Ghanaian people. The vision of building an integrated aluminum industry is very important to us all, and particularly dear to me, given the significant transformational impact it will have on the development of our economy and the considerable potential it has for wealth creation. It is at the heart of our industrial transformation agenda. The execution of 4 projects in Awaso, Nyinahin-Mpasaaso, and Chebi will lead to the creation of business ventures that will see us reducing our reliance on the import of aluminum products and enable us to develop employment and high-paying jobs for our people. They will also ensure integration and value addition across the bauxite aluminum value chain. If we are to be successful in this venture, the development of our nation's railway infrastructure will be vital. I've thus directed the Ministers for Railway Development and Finance to work together to accelerate the realization of our Western and Eastern railway lines railway network. The port infrastructure necessary to efficient operations for exportation of bulk items has to be developed in tandem, as we seek to do in the Accra Inland Port Project. Government has resolved to support this industry to be globally competitive and hence working to find solutions to ensure competitively priced power is available to meet the requirements of GIADEC and their investment partners. A key area of attention in the development of this entire plan has been the focus on environmental issues with respect to the exploitation of our significant mining deposits. We believe that mining can and must be done in a responsible manner. Government, through its regulatory agencies, will act to protect our environment at all times. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has sponsored work to develop a biodiversity and hydrology study for the Etiwa Forest Reserve, which will guide and inform the EPA on how any activities are carried out in the forest. I would reiterate, the steps will be taken to ensure that all mining activities are done in a responsible manner in accordance with our regulations. The time has come for us to realize the full value of the raw materials with which we have been blessed. Ghana beyond aid will be realized if we focus on adding value to our raw materials and retaining the value in our country. Moving Ghana to a situation beyond aid will be achieved when we build a competitive industrial base and a workforce with a strong work ethic that are among the best in the world. We are capable of building the capacity and competitiveness required to succeed globally in the world market. With the establishment of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, whose secretariat Ghana has the honor to host. We're witnessing the emergence of a single continental market on our doorsteps. This too offers us significant opportunities for trade across the continent. I want to assure all our prospective partners, both domestic and foreign, that Ghana welcomes your investment and partnership. We're open to doing business with entities that will be respectful of our laws and want to trade with us as equals. While we celebrate this milestone today, a great deal still remains to be done to realize the establishment of the integrated aluminum industry. And I'll urge the board and management of GEADEC to execute their plans as defined with urgency. Our people have high expectations of what they expect us to deliver with these projects over time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to announce that GEADEC has completed the selection of a strategic partner for Project 2, which is the development of a mine at Nyinahin-Mpasaaso with a refinery. This is a significant development and one that brings us closer to realizing our plan. Rockshore International, a wholly owned Ghanaian company, is that strategic partner. I congratulate warmly Rockshore International on their selection after due process. The choice of a Ghanaian company in a highly competitive process is very pleasing at a time when we're looking for homegrown companies that can compete with the best across the world. I am certain that Rockshore International, with their demonstrable experience and track record of excellent delivery, will be a credible partner to GEADEC. This choice indeed is a major step forward towards building capacity in Ghana for this industry, and a partnership that will ensure we develop a Ghanaian solution that will propel our rapid growth. Aluminum is often described as the metal of the future, with research defining it, amongst others, as, quote, an electric vehicle game changer, unquote. As aluminum-based batteries triple the range and charge 70 times faster in comparison to lithium batteries being used currently in electric vehicles. If that is the case, we have its raw material, that is bauxite, in abundance in Ghana. The time has come to make a concerted effort, not merely to bring the raw material into play, but also to establish the full value chain of the product so we can have a vibrant aluminum industry in Ghana. We will then have a strong stake in the future. May God bless GEADEC and us all, and may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
Mr. President, you may take your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, whilst Mr. President takes his seat and whilst we prepare ourselves for what I call the crescendo of this program, please allow me the honor of saying a big thank you and welcome, I would say, to the Honorable Minister for Railway Development, Mr. John Peter Amewu. Thank you very much for joining us. The Director General of the State Interests and Governance Authority, the Honorable Stephen Asamoah Boateng, is also with us. We are also joined by the Deputy Minister of Lands, the Honorable Benito Owusu-Bio, as well as the other Deputy Minister of Lands, the Honorable Mreku Duka. Thank you very much for joining us, as well as the Honorable Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Herbert Krapper. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to welcome back to the stage the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Abu Jinapo. Please join me on stage. The Board Chair, GEADEC. Dr. Oting Jesse, please join me. The Board Chair, Rockshore, please join me. Mr. Mensah. The CEO of Rockshore International, Kwesi Ofori. And of course, the CEO of GEADEC, please join me, Mr. Michael Ansah. And if I may have the document for signing on the table. May I kindly have Mr. Kwesi Ofori, CEO, Rockshore International, and Mr. Michael Ansah, CEO of GEADEC, taking their places for the signing. Mr. President, I have a special request to invite you to witness the signing. Yes, you may. Oh, they want you on the stage, sir. I was trying to fight for you to stay in your seat, but it's a historic moment, so. You mean, yes. And then 1 meter distance. Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, upon the signing of this agreement, Project 2 would be officially in place. And Project 2 will see the development of one of 2 new mines that will be built in the Nyinahin-Mpasaaso area. GEADEC, in collaboration with Rockshore International, will ensure that the 2 new mines feed a planned local refinery which will be built in the country.
Missy, Nipanko Beboa, Ofibiare Mwankotri and Kadoa. Eina Mishre Ikom na Missy. Nani Pardomi, Amania Bempo, Nasame Boa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe Project 2, proudly brought to you by the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, has been signed. A resounding round of applause for a moment in this country's history. Proudly owned by Ghanaians, proudly created by Ghanaians, for Ghana, for Africa, and for the world. Congratulations. Yes, sir. Gentlemen, if I may kindly have you at the center of the stage with Mr. President for a photo op. As they say, one day it shall be said, we were there. Congratulations. Well done, sir. Congratulations, sir. You're very welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to a successful close of this evening's program. If I may kindly request that upon exit, that majority of us in the room remain seated as Mr. President and the VIPs in the front row exit. There'll be a quick photo op right behind this backdrop in the little lobby at the exit. Mr. President, if you would kindly take a few pictures with our special guest joining us this evening, and I'm going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to kindly and respectfully remain seated whilst Mr. President exits. Ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly ask you to rise for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remain seated. Mr. President will now leave the auditorium. He will leave along with the sector ministers and the GEADEC board, whom together will take a picture the moment Mr. President exits the auditorium. And if the rest of us could kindly exit on my right side, please.
Nkrumah, star of Ghana, everybody toils of the brave, and the sweat of their labors, toils of the brave, which have brought results. Ghana, we now have freedom. Ghana, land of freedom, everybody toils of the brave, and the sweat of their labors, toils of the brave, which have brought results. Gold Coast will thank Nananum and elders, late Kesli Hayford, Mensan Saba, Bagrant, Sergeant Ajete, and all who fought for freedom.